Hello and welcome to today's session. My name is Angus. Thank you for being here. Today we're going to be talking about e-commerce, specifically A/B testing and how we can use that to help your conversion rate and ultimately your e-commerce brand be more productive and more profitable. Thank you for being here. My goal here today is to help Canadian women business leaders become more productive and more profitable using some of the strategies within this e-commerce session. About me. Again, my name is Angus Gastle, Digital Advisor with AWE's Bold Leadership Program, specializing in supporting businesses and teams with digital strategy development and implementation. Pleased to be on the design jury for the Global Design Competition Awards. When not doing that, I'm generally speaking a big automation and e-commerce nerd, which is why I'm here today. And I'm regularly hanging out on the AWE network. If you'd like to have a one-on-one chat, message me at Angus and slide into my DMs. We'll talk more about e-commerce there. For today's session, we're going to be talking about KPIs, especially ones to be aware of when we're running an e-commerce brand, looking at typical areas of opportunity for e-commerce. How can we improve performance? How can we get those KPIs to improve and increase over time? What is A/B testing and how can we use it to improve our conversion rate? We're going to do a really quick demo using a specific brand called Mountain Peak. And we're going to look at some other resources to help you on your A/B testing conversion rate journey. So KPIs, some to consider, key performance indicators. If you're not aware, we are going to be looking at your conversion rate. How many people come to your checkout and ultimately how many give you some dollars in exchange for your widget or service. That conversion rate, we want to see it at or above 3%. So if it's below that, we're going to talk through some strategies around how to improve that number. One of the second questions I ask business leaders is around recurring revenue. If you have an e-commerce brand, do you have any sources of revenue that are recurring on a monthly or annual basis? If you do not, it's a great way to diversify and stabilize your revenue over time. We also look at average order value, or AOV, in terms of what carts are being created and over time, are they becoming more valuable? Are we giving them opportunities to increase the size of that cart and hopefully provide them more value? We look at the returning customer rate. In today's example, we have a brand where most folks are one-time customers. How can we improve that? We'll talk about some strategies. Overall traffic, we need for these KPIs enough visitors in order to understand the numbers. So if the traffic overall is low, starting to think about some growth marketing opportunities to improve those numbers. And lastly, customer acquisition cost, or CAC. How much do we spend to acquire every new customer? If we spend $1, ideally we want to see $2 or even $3 back on a return on ad spend basis. So 2x or 3x is sort of our goal ratio there. And if we're outside of those bounds, if we're maybe $1 in, $1 out, we have an issue with our marketing and we need to look at some ways to improve that. So for today's session, I've pulled a dashboard around analytics from Shopify, which is just a great way to visualize some of these KPIs that I'm talking about. Starting, of course, with conversion rate, we can immediately see that on this store, conversion rate of just over 2% is below target. Now, what's interesting is that we have an add to cart rate of 6%. How many people are putting products in their cart? Not necessarily checking out. We can see that the drop-off is 2 out of 3 people are not checking out. We're only having that conversion rate of 2%. So there's an issue here, either in the cart or at checkout with shipping. Some opportunities for improvement for sure. Online store sessions, 800 per week for this store. Pretty good, and maybe increasing over a recent promotion or some other reason. This is enough that we can actually create some insights here that are going to be meaningful. We can get a sense of how this store is performing. Average order value, flat or declining for this brand at $66. Again, great opportunity, clearly not a strategy here around AOV and how we can try and improve it over time. They're not doing upselling, bundling, promotional offers at checkout. So there's an opportunity here for improvement for sure. Returning customer rate at 6%. We're seeing 1 in 10 customers maybe buying another product. Everybody else is just a one-time customer. Again, an opportunity for improvement here. How can we expand our market, our services and products to try and bring more people back? Moving down a little bit, less important but still relevant is going to be which devices are coming to our store. For this one, we're seeing almost 75% coming through mobile, which is important for the performance of the mobile store, probably where we should focus our efforts, either from A/B testing or just site performance and load speed. We want mobile to be amazing. We have sessions by location here. It's a Canadian brand. Canada is by far the most dominant. US is quite strong and improving at 75% over the previous period. Maybe an opportunity to expand more into the US, find some new markets or new areas, new states that we could go in and sell some more product to. And lastly, social. So we can see Instagram and Facebook are sending traffic. Instagram is many times more important to this brand than Facebook is. But what I don't see here is I don't see TikTok or any of the other social networks driving traffic. So maybe there's an opportunity again for diversification. Instagram's really only driving $100 over this period. So probably even some more investment there. It's working already. So let's try and throw some more dollars at it to drive some more traffic. Areas of opportunity. So we talked about it a little bit. Considering the customer experience, we want the site performance to be good, loading in less than a second, easy to search and to filter results to find the products you're looking for, easy to add things to your cart, having a one-click to add to cart button right on the home page, the shop page, or on the product page is critical. No friction to the conversion process. Having ratings and social proof on your site is crucial, especially if you have first-time customers coming to evaluate their first purchase with you. We want to see that others have had a good experience. Something that we think a lot about is information hierarchy. How are we displaying the information on the product page in a way that makes sense and has the title and the price of most importance? If everything is bold and loud on the product page, it's hard to understand what you're selling and impacts the conversion rate. Sense of urgency is also important, where we're showing low stock notifications, last minute deals, join our newsletter for 10% off, all ways of creating urgency and trying to get conversion in the moment while we have that customer there. And of course, average order value. Are we upselling, add-ons, bundles, promotions, contests, all things that we can think about for increasing average order value. So I'll give you an example. This is a brand called Dough Pea, I believe it's called. Cookie dough, delicious, looks good. This is their shop page. We have great product photography. We can see their social proof is very clear on every product. And if I click that add to cart button, which is big and blue, goes immediately into my cart. Product page is also great. Clear hierarchy of information, social proof and price are clear. The Notorious looks delicious. Add to cart button and the shop pay button are both bright colors. Easy to find, easy to buy. One thing I found interesting about this brand, when we talk about sense of urgency, they've actually disabled the checkout unless you use 2 products or more. You can't even check out on this page with just 1 cup of their delicious cookie dough. And free shipping requires you spend $47, all clearly laid out here in this cart page. So lots of calls to action to increase your average order value. So for today, we're going to do a quick A/B test, less than 5 minutes to set up, and we're going to be testing button color on this brand, Mountain Peak Glassware, trying to sell you this glass from Mountain Temple. We are going to use an app called A/B Convert. But there are many options. You could use Google Optimize, which is free. This one happens to be a paid app through Shopify that works well. So we're going to use that for today's demo. Looking to improve the conversion rate just by changing the color of the add to cart button. And we're going to split traffic 50-50 for testing purposes. Half will see the original, half will see my new and improved add to cart button, which I'll show you now. You can see the current one is white with this green border. Kind of hard to see versus the Buy It Now button on the original. And on my new and improved, it's bright red. The shop pay is bright purple. Much easier to see and hopefully improves our conversion rate. Let's find out. Here's the screen from A/B Convert. We can see immediately add to cart rate on the original, 7.5%, conversion rate 0.9, almost 1%. And on my red button version, add to cart at 5%, and sessions that have converted at 1.8, almost 2%. So we're almost getting a point improvement on the conversion rate just by changing the button. This has been running for 5 days, so not necessarily conclusive, but pointing towards a brighter add to cart button would help improve conversion. So that would probably be my recommendation back to this client. In conclusion, today we've covered the importance of some KPIs for e-commerce brands. We talked through a couple of areas of opportunity around conversion rate, average order value, general site performance, information hierarchy. We did an A/B testing example, which I kind of cheated because bright colors always win. So that was today's demo. A couple of resources to be aware of. Audit is a great Alberta-based brand, always showing success stories around conversion rate and site design. Shopify's blog has regular insights on KPIs, which I follow. And if you are interested in a one-on-one chat, we have the Bold Leadership Program. Happy to see you there. For AWE, we offer business support, connections, financing, help with market expansion, or leadership training, especially through Bold Leadership and Strategic Edge. Would love to chat with you about it. If you haven't joined the AWE network, please do. You'll find me hanging out in there. Look forward to seeing you soon. My name is Angus. Thank you very much.